Hey, Brandon, you ready for the Super Bowl preview this weekend?
Yeah.
Patriots and Broncos.
2 AFC teams?
Yep, we're just changing the rules.
All right. Man, how happy would people be if that happened?
Not. Oh, baby. We here.
What's here?
You in the right direction. Welcome to another edition, a Friday edition of the Grossi Perna Show. I'm Tom Grossi. That's Brandon Perna. And this is G. AP. S. Let's go, baby.
S
Let's
stands
go.
for Christmas.
Well, no, Brandon, what did we talk about?
The P stands for Hanukkah. And the G stands for game time, baby.
All right, so you got one. That was good. That was good. Remember when we're doing like GPS, the G, the word is going to
any part of the word. Any part of the word.
Nope, it's gonna start with G, like geriatric. That's what G could stand for. Geriatric Perna Show.
The P stands for Puka Nakua.
There you go.
Got it. S is for Stafford. G is for get the hell out of town, Derek Carr. Got them all.
Got him. He did it in the reverse order, but it's okay. It was actually middle then end, but it's fine. Yeah, we got a game last night in which the Rams were rolling in that game, and then the Saints started crawling back, and we're like, oh man, could they have a shot? But thankfully, all reliable Dennis Allen came in and was like, I don't think we will. And decided to kick an onside kick with about 4 minutes left and was like, okay, we don't trust our defense whatsoever, which wound up to be true anyway, and they lost that game.
They didn't have any timeouts there, right? So
no, it would have been tough, but
ban this person. I don't know which chat they're in. Anyone says I smell like Funyuns, banned. I don't ever want to see BMAC843 ever again. Also, send him a bill. Send him a bill. And a lifetime supply of Funyuns.
That was
I smell good. Out of town with that Funyuns.
Oh, that'd be pretty dope. That'd be pretty dope. Maybe we'll see. I hope you do too, Sabres. Yeah. So Puka Nakua, dude, he is like that guy, and I know CJ Stroud like kind of took over for a bit, but like Puka's still like because he had some games where he kind of disappeared. Where like he wasn't, but damn man, what he's doing, setting records, like he is freaking fracking impressive this season. And you gotta give him some props.
I mean, he's at 1,300 yards, 1,327.
We got Jaden Reed. All right, I'm happy with that.
You know, and dude, Stafford overthrew him on one pass. That would have been like a walk-in touchdown for Nakua.
Yes.
So it's crazy that. One, I think the Rams are just a dangerous team right now.
Yes.
Matthew Stafford seems to be dealing. Puka Nakua and Cooper Kupp. You've got two legit. You could say the Rams have two number one receivers, right? God bless you.
Yes.
And Kyron Williams. I think like he is the key on that offense that makes everything so effective because he's averaging 5.1 yards per carry.
Yeah.
He's over 1,000 yards this season. And the Rams, if you have to defend the run, then Matthew Stafford really does play the position of quarterback, I think, like better than anyone in the league or as good as anyone in the league. And he's got two legit options. It's not just Cooper Kupp. And he's a kingmaker. Matthew Stafford is a kingmaker of receivers. Calvin Gronkson. Calvin Gronkson. Oh my God, if Calvin Johnson and Gronk fornicated and made us one perfect receiving baby. Oh, Calvin Gronkson. Woo! Calvin Johnson, Cooper Kupp, 1 and 2 greatest receiving seasons ever. Puka Nacua on pace to have the greatest rookie receiving season ever. Gronkson. Yeah, that's why you come here. That's why you fuck with us, baby.
I'm just letting you go. It's a Friday show. I'm just letting you rock. I'm just letting you get it all out. I mean, Calvin Johnson, I think, was a pretty good receiver regardless. But yeah, your point being like, dude, yeah, you talk about Cooper Kupp and the season that he has had. And Stafford, I mean, it's not just him. Like Kenny Golladay, look at the enormous contract that he got when he went in Detroit. Then the Giants are like, oh my God, you're going to be amazing. And he scored, what, 1 touchdown there his entire tenure?
What the Rams need to find is their next Kenny Golladay. Build him up, trade him for premium value, and then just fleece whoever they trade. Yeah, DeMarcus Robinson.
Had a real nice game.
It's in the rundown, Scott. It's in the rundown.
Mm-hmm.
You know why I put it in the rundown? Because watching that game, and I was out with the family. Luckily, we were at like a giant sports bar, so I was catching glimpses of it. The sound wasn't on. I was like, who the hell is Robinson? I was like, it's not. I kept thinking Allen Robinson. I'm like, he's gone. He's not there anymore. I was like, who the hell is Robinson? So I had to look up. I was like, oh my God, it's DeMarcus Robinson, who, he was effective with the Chiefs a few years ago or whatever. But yeah, very key game.
Yeah, he's still got that speed too. Like he was torching him a bit. So all I'm saying right now is like the Rams are that team in the NFC that like they're just on this hot streak and they might get into the post. Like what's going to potentially stand in their way is the 49ers week 18.
Yeah.
Like that's going to be really interesting to see like if the 49ers will be playing for anything and also if the Rams can sneak on in. Whoa! We got a fitty. For the kitty. Oh, do we have any holiday things? Which team could make the biggest upset? I think the Browns and the Rams.
Yeah. I think I agree.
2 teams.
I fairly agree with that.
I don't know if we have anything holiday themed, Brandon. I don't know. You know what? Close.
So, Chris, why do you think those girls really...
Nope, that was the wrong one. Damn it, I did not mean to hit that one. This is it's not.
I've really enjoyed making love to your ears. I think that you have beautiful ears. They fit very nicely. So I would say it would be an erotic.
I dance every single time that music hits.
It's the perfect music cue.
Also, I appreciate you and a holiday boop. And I hope you have a great holiday. But yeah, I think the Rams right now from the NFC are like that sneaky dark horse team, and so are the Browns, because while their offense is like, we'll see whatever Joe Flacco decides to do, that defense is just so damn clutch, and like will also bail them out of a lot of situations. Like someone asked me last night if you could go back this season and change like one outcome, what would it be? Not related to the Packers or anything. And I was like, all right, maybe Rodgers not going down, because I would have been really curious to see like what the AFC would look like. Joe Burrow. But another guy that came up too is Nick Chubb. Like if Nick Chubb was there and they're doing this like without just their quarterback, dude, I think the Browns would be even scarier. And again, them going out and getting Deshaun Watson are going to get criticized to hell for that. But this is kind of also they are a quarterback away. Like they, I think, are the epitome of that. We talk about the Jets and talk about Rodgers and what he's going to be able to kind of hide, like maybe the deficiencies of the O-line a little bit. But the Browns, like they're ready to go. You put Aaron Rodgers on the Browns and he stays healthy, like they win a Super Bowl. Like there's almost no doubt about it.
I think I would go to the Browns too, but it would be just putting Deshaun Watson in jail. Fair. So I guess I'm, thinking about the world, not just football.
Yeah, no, I got you.
Actually, you know what I would change from this season? I would keep Kirk Cousins healthy. I'd keep Kirk Cousins healthy because I think the Vikings would be such an interesting team right now. Like Cousins is just having to watch as one of his best defenses just finally was put on the field for him. And now he's like, oh shit, I can't even take advantage of this defense. So
yeah, are we doing a Monday show, Perna?
Yeah, I don't know. Probably not.
Okay, you tell me. I'm ready to go whenever. So
maybe.
just let me know.
I mean, that's the whole Christmas morning with like Jess and Carmi.
You don't got. Listen, I completely understand.
No, I
That's
know
fine.
you do. I
I'll
don't
just-
feel any pressure from you.
I'll sit here with an empty stocking. And they'll be like, I wonder if Brandon's gonna come on soon, and I'll just stay there for an hour and openly weep.
Yeah.
CBS. I think it'd be great. I think it'd be really well. But Stafford's first.
I don't think
bout-
they're going to win the Super Bowl just because of the Niners, but in power rankings, I said I think they're the third best team in the NFC. And then I did not rank them at 3, but like they've just crept up in it. They're just doing like Stafford's on a 12-1 touchdown to interception ratio right now. So there's a lot of numbers supporting the Rams.
You too, Yankees. I do want to see that. If it's not the Packers, I would love to see Stafford go against the Lions at home too. Ford Field, dude, that atmosphere would be insane.
I think that's just to me a recipe for the Lions to crumble. Like I just feel like Jared Goff against his former coach, the team that traded him. I love Jared Goff, but I feel like it's one of those games where nothing's going to go right. I could be wrong, but like I do not like I want to see it, but I don't want to see that happen to the Lions.
Yeah, no, I totally understand that. It could. I mean, like you said, having Kyron Williams has kind of been a revelation for them because they've been looking for a running back, right? They tried it with Cam Akers. Todd Gurley was there for a bit, and then that didn't work out. Like now, Williams seems like he's the guy, and
He's
they're
the dude.
young. That's the thing, too. Like, that's a foundation to build off of. You know, because Cooper Kupp is getting older. But, dude, you have Puka that's there. Tutu Atwell's still a good receiver as well. You have a young running back. Like, they could make a real run after having their first round pick. So they can finally get that back. They could.
Yeah.
Dave!
We thought Matt Stafford might retire like this offseason
Yes.
because of his elbow and everything. But, like, he's playing great. And Nakua, he's got, like, all of the stats are stupid. 100. He has more 150-plus yard receiving games as a rookie than Randy Moss and Jamar Chase. So he's at 4. I think they each had 3. Like,
and Stafford has all. What was that stat that they had? He's had multiple games now in a row where he's thrown 2+ touchdowns and no interceptions.
Yeah,
because that was also the criticism too. It was the O-line, and then it was Stafford like making some bad turnovers. He's been playing really clean, and that's why the Rams have been doing much better.
His touchdown pass to Robinson, I watched it a few times this morning. It's just it was ridiculous. It's back of the end zone. It's like this high above the coverage. It's like one place that ball can be, and he got it there. Yeah, so they're a fun team. The Saints, just Alvin Kamara was nowhere to be found.
No.
I saw Kyle Brandt go on like a rant about the Saints on Good Morning Football yesterday about how they're the most average team he's ever seen. I was like, this is a little harsh. It was a little harsh. Their defense pretty good. And then after last night, I was like, damn, I think he was right.
He might be, yeah. I mean, they are aggressively average.
Yeah.
Like, they will have a performance where their defense will dominate, like they did against the Giants last week. And then they will have, like, Derek Carr is going to have, like, 63 yards, 2 interceptions. Like, it's just going to be garbage. Hold on, Dave, I got you. Because I appreciate you. Happy holidays. Do you like football?
You like football?
Yeah, I do.
We do too.
Hey, I had to give it to you, Perna.
I need a haircut. God, I need a haircut.
Hey, Taco!
Lord Taco, do
With
you know how many tacos I could buy with that?
You have to. You have to. I'm so glad you remembered. I'm glad that that's what you remember. Let's go over Taco. Happy holidays to you. Here's your Scooterella.
Johnny John John!
Happy holidays, everyone. Appreciate you. But yeah, the Saints are, I mean, Dennis Allen needs to go. Carr, I said that when Carr went to the Saints,
Right.
it would, man, imagine they actually traded away a draft pick for him. When he went to the Saints, they were the favorite to win that division, right? And they've had ample opportunities to do so because it's still a really bad division. They have, I think, when you bring in Carr and it was presented as like, hey, we kind of were a quarterback away. At minimum, we're winning this division. Maybe we win a playoff game, and it kind of starts us on the right path, right? Because our defense is good, run game is good, we're solid. And I think that with Carr and the fact that expectations haven't been met, it makes the Dennis Allen situation look even worse. Because they're like, okay, you know what? Maybe we give Dennis Allen a little bit of grace because we don't really have a quarterback. Well, now you get Derek Carr, who technically you still don't really have the quarterback, but now it just looks worse, and it's like, okay, we're done. Like I think that relationship is kind of, it's over. Should be DC. I think Dennis Allen's a good defensive coordinator, but head coach right now, I don't know if that's the thing.
Yeah,
That's the thing.
he needs a quarterback, and he needs just a really good offensive coordinator.
Yes.
I think, to be a successful NFL head coach. Yeah, he's Derek Carr, man.
It's fair.
He's all right. He's not the worst.
No.
He's not the best. Sometimes he'll give you a nice game, and sometimes you'll be like, why are
the decisions to throw short of the sticks like multiple times last night, and like those 4th down attempts were just uninspired. Like they were bad. Like what were they, 0 for 3 on 4th down? Like it was ugly, dude.
To me, Derek Carr's a dude who can make every throw, but just chooses not to.
And that's the thing. We see those flat. I mean, ever since his injury, like that MVP like year he was having, I don't think he's been the same. But yeah, which sucks. But at the same time, I think, to answer this question, Green Knight, wait for the kitty. I think Dennis Allen either moving back to DC or just being fired altogether. I think that is the move. But I think the Saints also need to blow it up because they have Chris Olave on their offense, right? And I know this is going to sound like a really weird nitpick. You don't trade for your guy. Well, I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. You don't pick up Derek Carr because they didn't trade for him.
Yeah.
You don't pick up your guy, and then you have like Taysom Hill still coming in, and Taysom Hill looks like the most electrifying guy on the field after you just picked up who was supposed to be your guy. Like that's not how it's supposed to go.
The Saints could have been a fun team this year if they just committed to the Taysom Hill experience for the full season. Run a unique offense because you've got the skill players. You got like Kamara, Taysom Hill. Like just get weird with it. And they're like, nah, let's get that safe QB. Let's run a real offense, and we'll still suck. That's what they chose.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. By the way, hey,
Don't blink. If you're a blinker, cut your eyelids off.
cut them off. Appreciate you, Great Night. Yeah, the Saints, like, they have problems. The coaching is part of it. Their offense is really just inefficient.
What they need to do too, it's because they're always like $100 million over the cap, right? They're always playing this. We don't have any cap space, but we're going to get weird and creative, and we're going to be fine. Like they just need to take the year where they just eat it and also reset so they can put themselves in a good spot to be like utilizing their cap, I think, like to the best of their ability.
Well,
they need to reset year like the Rams did last year. They effed them picks, they took it up to A, and now they're ready to play.
The Saints have been like paying for their cap mistakes though, right? Like that's also, it's impacted their ability to field a team. Like they'll always like get back to equilibrium, but their team is also what you see right now on the field. So, kind of goes either way. But yeah, the Saints, I think they're done now. I think they're pretty much done. I don't think they're going to make the postseason. It's going to be really tough for them too. And now, the NFC race, dude, I did a whole Packers path to the playoffs event. I recorded it after last night's stream. And it's going to get real interesting. Like that Seahawks win over like the Eagles too, if they're able to roll.
Shakes it up, baby.
It's going to be interesting.
Let's see here. Where did this win put the Rams?
They're currently at 8-7, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they're at 8-7. They have the Giants and 49ers next.
All right, so they got a win. Okay, so they're number 6 in the playoffs right now.
Yeah.
Now, that obviously you've got games this week that could affect that. But they pushed, like the win specifically against New Orleans helped them a ton because now the Saints are at 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, Seahawks are 8. So, yeah, everything was going right for the Rams at the moment.
Sean, I don't think anyone goes for Brown. Well, I think there might be offers unless Browning wins like a playoff game or two. I think that he's going to stay with Cincinnati.
Denver fucking
Cincinnati trades him.
Broncos getting Jake Browntown, USA, America, all the way.
Or what Brandon said too.
One more good game from Jake Browning, and he is Sean Payton's next QB. Guarantee it. T. Higgins coming with him too.
There you go. There you go. Oh yeah. Same. He's that guy. He's my MVP. All right, Perna. You want to do power rankings?
I want to do shower rankings.
Best shower during 30 and 30 was in Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Oh.
Lodge Kohler, dude. Like, I think it's a bit expensive. It's a bit expensive for the experience, especially on a game day. I haven't been there for a game day, but their showers.
No, my shower rankings are who looks best in the shower. There's a lot of things you got to factor in there.
Oh, okay.
Body type, how soap might glisten on said player, hungness, hands.
Yep.
Who
Do you want
would
to
be most
elaborate
and
on
least
hands,
affected
or-
by cold or hot water? So, a lot to think about.
At least 3, including Santa.
All right, ready for this? Bam! You just
Hey,
got
see?
navigated.
See? I wasn't wrong.
I liked how it was stop one as well. The shower you guys probably could have used midway through.
Bring in Baker. Oh, yeah. Bring in Baker Mayfield, too. Yeah, Brandon.
Let's not get crazy, guys.
The thing is I was
Baker's
paying
too much
attention-
like Russ to me. I need somebody that's different.
Mm.
Like let's just keep rolling with Russ at that point.
All right. Whoa. Okay. So I saw 1 and 2 and we were the same. So that's good. That's
Look
good.
at that. Look at that.
Ooh, 3. You have the Lions up there. Okay.
I mean,
All
they
right.
beat a really good team last week.
Oh,
So
that's why. Okay. The amount of time, it's 700K apparently. The amount of times that I got tagged in this, I even had friends send this to me. And were like, hey, see, and I know exactly where that house is.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, the soundproofing I'd have to do to make contact would be insane because like everybody walks past that house on the way to the stadium. So yeah, it's so no, we're not gonna buy that one. But all right, come on, let's go. We'll go back to it. All right, let's see. All right, 3, 4. You got the Dolphins. Okay. No wait. No BS. But then 13 and 14.
no
are the
bullshit
Texans.
in this one, Tom. That's
Dude,
what I said.
You have
and
2
that's
teams
what
of 14. What do you mean no BS? It's
Well,
top
look,
10.
yeah, I had to have. There was 2 bubble teams there. I had an AFC and NFC bubble team. Boom.
I did beware. It's just dumb. I mean, listen, Minshew can get blamed for throwing a bad ball, but also you can't make that hit. We talked about that on Clickbait yesterday. Okay, so no BS, but we're back to 14 teams. Okay.
Hey, what'd you guys say about that suspension? Because it's the video I'm trying to finish editing today, along with Barks. It's about like all the hits this year, the fines, the suspensions. I think the suspension is a little egregious in that situation.
I think you could go like a 3-game or like something like that.
3-game for the dude trying to make a play?
I don't think he's trying to make a play.
Yeah, he is.
Dude, there's like
I've watched that play several times.
In my opinion, dude, he's diving. Like he's full on diving. Like what are you can't hit him in the head.
Yeah, but he leads with his shoulder.
I
They
don't
make
care
the
what
head.
you're
I
leading
know
with.
it's a
You
nasty
can't
looking
hit
hit.
him in the head.
I think it's one of those things that look bad. I don't think Kazi's trying to like injure Michael Pittman there. I think the penalty, fine, eject him. That's fine. Like that's the penalty. And then the NFL goes back and it's like 3 more games. Seems a little egregious.
I'm saying, dude, like you talk about defenseless receiver, that's the epitome of defenseless receiver. Like I get it. If they're suspending,
Yeah, so
Broncos
like
players,
if he doesn't hit him there, the NFL is saying you just have to let that man catch the football. Like that's the rule and
but
stance
see,
that they're
no,
trying
because
to say.
there's other things that you could do. Like you could go after the football instead of going after the player. You could be in better coverage, and I don't know, dive with him, but not at his head. Like, again, I understand what you're saying, and I know how difficult it is to play defense in terms of like today's NFL. But that, like, a literal defensive guy who's Supermaning it, you can't go and like take his head off. Like, they're gonna call it every single time, and like I was surprised that it's like that lengthy, but I get it. I get it.
Yeah, see, that's my issue with, like, I get it in real time. I get all that. But when I looked back at all of it, I'm like, okay, it's a hard hit. It's an unfortunate hit, but I don't think his intent going into that play was like, I'm going to take this dude's head. I think he's running towards the ball. He hits him. He makes a call, split-second decision, and it ended badly. But like, I think like the NFL, if they're going to suspend the guys, it really needs to be the guy's intent here was bad. And looking back at it, I don't think his intent was bad. I'm not pro injury. Jesus Christ.
Well, no,
Jesus H, Mother of God.
There's no nuance here. There's no nuance.
None.
Because
I think all players should be hurt. That's what I say. Everybody, like, here's something that was weird. I retweeted before the show because PJ Locke played for the Broncos last week.
Yeah.
He took an RV to the game because he was not medically cleared to fly.
Yeah.
So Tyler Columbus was like, football, not medically cleared to fly in an airplane, but medically cleared to play in a football game.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's like, whoa, yeah, that's a little crazy. That's a little crazy.
Yeah. No, I get. Well, and that's also the other part that's in this too, right? If this was a one-time thing, I don't think this happened. I mean, look at the Broncos. I'm sorry, who was it again? I always forget his name.
It's Kareem Jackson.
Kareem Jackson, thank you.
One bad hit. The other two, Kareem just playing football.
You don't think there's a little bias with that take? Just a tiny bit?
No, I'm in the video. I've looked at all four of those hits. I'm like, look, the Logan Thomas hit, don't want that in the game, can't have it. The other ones, you're punishing Kareem Jackson for one, an offensive player sliding down and making a football move, which to me makes him not a defenseless player. Two, for hitting Luke Musgrave hard. And three, for the Vikings being stupid and turning Josh Dobbs into a running back and then not treating Josh Dobbs like a running back. But, whatever.
I think, again,
this is good because this is going to make people are going to be very divided on the video.
Well, I think it's just there's nuance there, right?
Because there is.
If like, that was his first time and we haven't talked about, the hits all season, I don't think he gets suspended.
Yeah, and like I went into it thinking like I was going to be using the DeMonte Kazi hit as an example of, he should be suspended. Like I went into it with that mindset, but when I watched it multiple times, I'm like, fudge. Like,
no, because I understand exactly where you're coming from, right? And so like here, it's just from the NFL's perspective, I completely understand why they did what they did. Because I think you look at Michael Pittman, I mean, dude, like legitimately the most defenseless receiver you could in that position, right? And considering we have seen so many BS calls, this does not shock me in any way, shape, or form. The NFL's like, oh yeah, this is going to be a suspension because of the other hits and because of how egregious this one was / looked.
And see, everybody's saying helmet to helmet, and the helmets made contact. That happened. But if you watch the play, Kazi is trying to move his shoulder into it. He's trying to get his head out of the play. But it is a weird way that Pittman's coming down on this play. Like, if it's helmet to helmet and the guy leads in with this helmet, I get it. But like you have to watch what Kazi does on the tackle. He's trying to pull his head away from Pittman, but because Pittman's diving from the ball, they eventually make contact there. I think that's important.
Sure, absolutely, because then you could go back to intent, right? Like that's kind of your main argument there.
Yeah.
I'm very happy to be nominated for this. I don't give a flying shit when it comes to my takes about this, though. Buddy, I criticize the NFL on a weekly basis for the absolute dog shit that they do. If you think I'm going to go, oh, you know what? No, the NFL, they made the right call because of fan of the year, then buddy, you ain't been watching. You ain't been watching.
See, your facial reaction while you're reading that, I thought you were reacting to what I was saying. I was like, oh,
wow,
God, maybe.
Tom
And so
really
I pulled up the
disagrees.
play and I'm like scrolling through and looking at him multiple times. I'm like, I'm on to make sure that he doesn't like go in. No, it's
Yeah.
just,
You're just like,
we're going to keep our opinions real. Like, you can't change that.
yeah, there's no way. There's no way.
We criticize the NFL, but I think we also hype it up as much as anybody. So.
Mhm. Well, I mean, it's at the same time, like, that's the understanding of why the NFL did what they did, because all those hits, and on top of that, this one, it looked really bad. And, like, there was also, like, some serious concern for Pittman, too. Like, all of that is going to come into play when they're making this decision. So,
Here, let's see.
like I said, I'm not shocked in any way.
Like, this is just here's the freeze frame of it, right?
Yeah.
See? Like, I get it. He's coming in. He tries to move the head out of the way. So I respect that. Now, at this point right here, when he sees him diving for it, he's got to decide to let him hit the ground and just like push him on the back, right? Just touch him down or some shit. But like,
Can you make that bigger and then do that? Yeah, can you full screen
that's what
that guy?
she said.
And you're like, no, I can't. It's all I
No,
got, Cotton.
it's full.
All I got. Could have just hit the full screen button. Okay. So go all the way back. All right. So here, Pittman's not even looking, right? Because he's just making a catch. So this is what I mean. Like, complete defense. He's starting to get his head around, and he's just seeing that come at his face.
Yeah,
right?
no, and I get that. Like, the defenseless receiver rule, I think, is 85% correct. And I think I get when you don't, when they're fully defenseless, I don't want to see him hit. We've seen those hits and they look bad. And he's definitely defenseless. But I think if he's defenseless and he leads with his helmet, then yes, he deserves to be suspended. I think he makes a decision to do the hit. He's probably like, oh shit, I shouldn't be doing this. Let me get my body out of the way. And now Pittman is in the worst position to take that hit.
Yeah.
And I agree with all that. Like, I agree with the penalty there. I agree, like, fine, you want to eject him for that, as I get all of that. But looking back at it, I don't go, you know what? He was really trying to injure Pittman on this play. So, and that's where it becomes like a debate, and it's my perspective of it and your perspective of it could be just a little bit different, and we walk away with very different conclusions.
Sure.
And this isn't even like the main point of the video. This is what, like, the fining that the NFL is doing to players is what was like.
It's ridiculous.
I started to go down a rabbit hole, but
that is also what we're talking about, right? Like, that one, you go, yeah, you should be fining that. That is, you made the decision to go in after the receiver.
Yeah,
I get it. You're trying to do your job, but like, these be the consequences of doing that. Yeah. But then there's guys who do absolutely nothing. They're like, that's $14,000 right there. Like, I completely agree with that. Like, that fine, I obviously got, but could you think that that's maybe the reason why the suspension is also there too? Because the precedent has been laid of like, hey, these fines for like this stupid crap, that's what we're doing. So what is this going to be? We're just going to fine them more money? Which I'm not defending, because that's a problem. If that's so, that's a problem the NFL has created in and of itself.
And, you know, like, it also goes back to consistency too, because just going back to the Broncos-Lions game, Adam Troutman takes a direct helmet to his face on a third down, wasn't flagged in the game at all. And it's a legit, it's helmet to face mask. And I think that's what players also have a problem with. And one of the points we got to, it's like, if every single one of these plays and hits was treated this way, we'd be like, fine, that's just the way the NFL is.
Yep.
But we've got an example of Cortland Sutton being hit like this. No penalty, no fine later. It's like, okay, the NFL does single out guys because of maybe one or two hard hits. And then they like to get the label on the dude that he's a dirty player.
Correct.
And that's what Kareem Jackson's had to deal with this year. And it makes me angry because he's not. He's a victim of a guy who came into the league back in 2010 when you could do this. You could do this freaking 3 years ago. And now the NFL's like, can't do it anymore. And if that's the approach, it's fine. It's an adjustment period, and we're just going to bitch about it through the entire adjustment period. And then one day there will be no tackling in the NFL.
We're going to be like, I mean, again, we've talked about it on this show. What, like not even a decade ago, we were doing like top 10 hits, you know, and it was just like, oh, that guy has a concussion now. That helmet's like that legitimately was, here are the biggest hits of human bodies colliding at full speed. And here you go.
Like, people don't want to say it, but part of the reason people like football is watching it because it's dangerous. Same reason people like watching UFC fighting. Like, everybody going in knows the risk. And yes, I'm all for making it as safe as possible.
Yep.
Let's limit as many head injuries as possible. But like, people like this shit because it is dangerous. Anyway.
That is true. I just crapped all over Joe Barry on Sunday and explained how even Matt LaFleur could be held responsible because they're not making adjustments. Not that they're not firing, but the fact that he doesn't make adjustments. Yeah, no, bro. Listen, I love my team. I love the NFL. It's all right, Beware. Don't worry. It got into a good conversation because that's what I like talking about with football is like you said, can look at it and walk away with something completely different.
Yeah.
And I'm not I'm saying like, I get why the NFL did it. Because it's a culture problem that they've created. And on top of that, like, you can only do so much. Because if we're fining and calling out and suspending guys for that, then this is like, well, gotta throw in the towel. Like, gotta throw the whole phone book at them.
Honestly, is a guy like George Pickens playing 4D chess?
He's like,
I'm not going to block at all. And the NFL's like, that's what we want to see. No blocking, no hitting. No tackling. George Pickens, you just earned yourself $1 million bonus for not playing football.
You know what I think is really interesting? Oh, okay. If we really, I know we completely got derailed. Got derailed from power.
We were on power rankings for a brief moment.
For a hot second. The show got completely derailed. The NFL is fining players and suspending players, right? Because it's about player safety. That's the idea, right? That's whether you agree with that or not, that's at least the messaging behind it.
Yeah.
Because of player safety, right? Because they're basically looking at it as these individuals can make a conscious decision to make the game safer and not endanger other players, right? Following me with that? The same exact thing could be said is that owners are making a conscious decision to not install grass fields that could reduce others players' like they could reduce injuries. It's the same effing thing, but the only thing that the NFL really has power over, because it ain't the owners, is the players. So they just go, okay, well, we're just going to take our pound of flesh from them. And I'm not trying to do a whataboutism. I'm saying if we are staying consistent with the messaging that the NFL is sending.
Yeah. NFL's like, you know what? But our research says grass is not safer. It's exactly the same. That's what our research says, Tom.
Yep.
Also, some of the player fine money goes to paying former players and their medical costs. So there's a little interesting nugget in there.
That's an interesting piece of lore, Daniel. All right, that it actually didn't, because the Eagles would have been on there if you didn't forget about them. So the Eagles just got cursed again. Sorry. Okay, yeah, let's get back to we just got
our tangent.
We got delayed.
See, but the reason we got off the rail there too is because I think Tom and I are usually on the same page about 95% of everything that's going on in the NFL.
Sure.
So when we do have a little differing opinion, it's a legit like, well, let's talk about this for a second and see why. Because like most of the time, like, yeah, I agree with Tom. What do you want me to say? I'll say something stupid to disagree, but like that's why I love this show. It's just like, let's just fucking talk about something for a while. We don't even have to plan it.
No, just go, baby. It's organic. That's it, baby. That's it. That's why we talk about these things.
And I do love that Tom Brady's like, nope, this is the quarterback's fault.
Which, again, I think Minshew deserves some responsibility for throwing that ball. But at the same time, it's like, Brady, like, come on, man.
Tom's like one of the best quarterbacks ever, and he's talking about, Minshew, a guy who is relegated to be a backup and is overperforming, is out there just trying to win games for his football team. Not everybody gets to the level where they're thinking that they're so good. They're like, I'm not going to throw this pass because I'll score a different way. Like, that's a luxury a lot of QBs don't have.
That's fair. That's fair.
No.
I don't know. It's not going to start a movement because, first of all, even MetLife got new turf, and look how that worked out. Didn't work out. Because it comes down to the individual owners. But then also, too, like, you have cities that own the stadiums and the teams don't own the stadiums. I found all this out during 30 and 30 that, like, it's a pain in the ass, and a whole bunch of teams don't even own their own stadium. So,
yeah, my team, Walmart, they'll drop $400,000 on a new turf.
$400,000.
Like that. Last year, nothing to play for. Broncos,
Amazing.
new field, $400K. They've already replaced it once or twice this year. It's nice to be a rich team. All praise be Walmart. Suck it, poor teams. My team's rich. We don't even have to win. We're rich.
I really want you to just lean into it, like, even more so. Like Walmart candles, but it just says Walmart on it. Like, really start going all in. See, it's not, because we all joke about flag football, but what Perna's point is about the violence aspect, I think it would lose too many people.
Oh,
it would lose way too many people.
I would just be like, okay, well, I got to find a new way to make a living.
Yeah, because it's done now.
I'm gonna follow flag football.
It's all done.
You ever watch flag football? It's not as fun.
It's not. All right, so 1 and 2, we completely agree. You put the Lions up high. I put them up at 6 just because they haven't been playing that well. They beat the Broncos, which is why they're in the top 10 and on at number 6. 3 was a little high for me. I put the Bills all the way up there, dude, because for me, they just look like arguably the second best team in the AFC with how they've been playing.
Sure.
And I think for me, like, I put the Eagles off my top 10 too, because I was like, they have the same record as the Lions. So again, perspective. But at the same time, if we have to start looking at how these teams are playing right now, and right now, the Bills are playing really damn good football.
Yeah. I was good. That was one thing, a point I thought about when I was on the toilet earlier. And it's that we early in the season, midway through the season, we've talked about the team that just gets hot at the right time, because this is the year to do it. And I feel like the two teams doing that right now are the Bills and the Rams. They're the teams that are starting to play their best football, and it's going to benefit them, I think, heavily. So the Bills, to me, it's more of a personal thing, keeping them at 7. They've got to earn back my trust because I hold them very, very high in my heart. And, I'm scared to get hurt again, Buffalo. I'm scared to get hurt again.
See, but that's right now, like, kind of how I feel about the Dolphins. Like, they're like that weird team too. That is just like, they have against the Cowboys this week, dude. Like, that is an enormous game for them.
Yeah. We put 4 and 5, so we got them right there. I liked the Dolphins' win last week. I think their win last week is much more impressive than they're getting credit for 2 reasons. One, no Tyreek Hill. So everybody was like, Tua can't play football without Tyreek Hill.
Honorable mention. Honorable mention.
He just did play football without Tyreek Hill, and he did it against a defense that was destroying everyone that they played.
Correct.
Even as the Jets lose games, their defense was like, oh my God, they made this game really boring for the other team's fans to watch. If you're a Jets fan, you're like, it sucked for us, but it also sucked for you guys.
Yes.
And Jalen Waddle just has a big game. Steps up for Tyreek Hill. Like, I thought that win for the Dolphins is the exact kind of win they need to keep going.
Completely agree.
So,
which is why they're in the top 5 for me.
So like that's why I may be starting to believe in the Dolphins again, but I agree, like, I don't trust them 100% yet.
But again, dude, you look at the best teams in the league, like there's a gap, dude. I asked this on Clickbait, like, legit, Perna. I know we're talking about how exciting the playoffs are going to be, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Is there a team in the NFC right now that, like, stops the 49ers? Like, if they stay healthy. Yeah, I think they're the only 2 teams that can actually beat the 49ers are the Lions and the Rams. And I don't think they will. But I think
Okay, so I called the Lions a little bit of a finesse team in power rankings.
Yes.
I said they're kind of a finesse team because they're like when their offense is scoring points, clicking, playing that let's score those points ball. Their defense in a lot of against a good offense probably going to give up points. So they kind of they play that up, but their offense and defensive lines can control games. Yeah. So that's why I would say the Lions have a chance against the 49ers because they can get it done up front. And then the Rams, it's just they're just a weird team right now. They got a running back, they got the ball catchers, their defense sneaky good. So they could hang with them. I don't think either of them can beat the 49ers. That's it, Tom. I think the Ravens are going to beat the 49ers this week.
Ooh, baby.
And I don't think the Ravens are a better team. Okay. But I think they're going to beat them.
Interesting.
And I wish I would have saved the tweet. It was something about the Rams matchup with the 49ers. The Ravens matchup with the 49ers. Mm-hmm. Everything the Niners do well that they're like the best at, the Ravens defense plays that the best. So it's like the pre-snaps. They're one of the best defense with the pre-snap motion. They're one of the best defense with the zone run against the zone run. So I think this is going to be this is a game I think a lot of people think the 49ers are just going to run away with.
Oh, I don't think they'll run away with it.
But I think the Ravens might win. And I think that would be the best possible thing to happen for the NFL and for the playoffs.
See, that I agree with because I said that on Clickbait. I was like, if the Ravens win, just to show okay, other teams have a chance. Even if the 49ers wind up just rolling to the Super Bowl, at least I could have that hope and be like, all right, at least there's a team right now that can beat them when they're at full strength.
Yeah. But there's also, this is not football at all. I've thought about this in a smart football way. I really am starting to believe in the 49ers. So they're going to lose. That's the first reason I took the Ravens. Because earlier in the season, as soon as we said we think the 49ers are the best team in the league, they went on that 3-game lose streak. Any other time I really start to believe in a football team this year, they lose a game. And I'm all in on the 49ers, so I'm like, they're fucking done. They're toast this week.
It's your own internal
curse. It's illogical. It doesn't make sense.
I am too confident in this team right now. Yeah. They've been hanging around the number 1 spot, even not in your personal power rankings because it's been the Broncos, but for too long. I
have no faith in my understanding of football. Is what it really boils down to.
This season, that's fair. That's fair. Oh wait, don't we have a disclaimer to show?
Yeah, we going right into Underdog, huh?
No, we'll preview some games real quick.
Dude, Alvin Kamara let everybody down yesterday.
Oh yeah,
he let me down to my pick'ems. Let me bring it up. Oh, I got to stop that one.
I just want to know what team you're going to curse this. Like, what player, franchise could be in a complete... Like, what if you start betting on... you picked the NFL, the NBA guys. Because you already cursed Steph Curry. He's gone now.
Yeah.
He's gone. Can you maybe get some wins now? Start manipulating the NBA a little bit.
I can try.
That is true.
And I was so close with Kyron Williams. 1 point off. I'm happy he was just a shade under because I would be really mad at Alvin Kamara today. So angry. But, so I'm back on the losing streak. I got that. Look, I've gotten more wrong than I've gotten correct since I won. So we back on track, baby. Again, state of Colorado really just takes its time to. I can't even make an NFL pick right now, so we're gonna have to go into other outlets here. How many NBA picks? Oh, dang it, Colorado, get it together. Underdog is running a Christmas special, by the way. Jingle special. You get a half point on LeBron. Will he score a half a point? Yes, he will, because that's how basketball works. Yeah. statewide special on Christmas.
Site-wide, buddy. Site-wide. It's not just one state.
Oh, site. Did I say state?
You did.
Any state that has this already available, you get a site-wide special. This kid never learned to read. Why is he talking about sports?
True, that's true.
Hey, look, it's a little gift from Underdog to you from JD. Who's JD? Just kidding. That's UD. Underdog, guys. All right, we got to go hockey. I got to curse hockey right now.
Oh no.
Home. All right. Look at we got 2 Travises. Whoa, which Travis do I take, guys?
Why not both?
Well, okay, let's go high. Let's do it.
Can you go an all Travis team? There are enough
I can't pick
Travises.
multiple Travises. They don't let me.
I mean, too bad the Pistons picks weren't there. You could really start to sway some things.
Oh, go higher on the Pistons.
I
Let me
would
see.
just
Can I
look for
find
any
more
other
Travises?
any other Travises is what we're looking for right now.
Looking
That's
for a
what-
Travis.
Travis.
Nope.
Damn.
There's a Con. Oh, okay. We can do multiple Connors. I'm gonna go
Okay.
higher on Connor. Where's
Looks like there was a couple
McDavid?
marks.
Where's McDavid? There you are.
Oh, Connor. There you go.
All right.
know what?
Travis, Connor.
Oh wait, there's another. Oh wait, is there another Travis? Go up. Same bit. There you go. Right there.
No, that's the same one. I can't have multiple.
Oh, you can't have. Oh, come
There's
on, man.
there's actually a very strict no double Travis picks from the same team policy in every state. It's an
What?
anti-Travis legislature that you got to talk to your state about getting removed.
Mm.
All right.
Mm.
Vincent, we've got some Davids. I think I can add. All right, let me go
There's
higher on
some-
David because we got
Find
Connor McDavid. Is there one more David?
Ooh.
Come on, David, baby. There's got to be another David. Evan. Oh, there's Zach, Leon, Dylan. Oh, I was thinking Dylan. Damn it. Do we got 2 Zachs? We got 2 Zachs.
This is peak right here.
We
I
got
don't
2
know what
Zachs.
It is peak, but
Nope. This is it. I found my 25.
there you
Nailed
go.
it.
Nailed it.
Suck it, NHL. You about to be cursed.
That's accurate. You wanna
Fade
throw up
me.
ESPN.
Yeah.
We'll run through. Do some of these picks real quick.
Remember, it's our code GPS. The link in the description to play Underdog is in the description. That's where the link is. The link is below. The code is GPS. They'll match your first deposit up to $100.
Listen.
Oh, nice. Oh, Devontae Parker though. That's a risk.
Yeah, it is.
That's a risky one. I like it.
I'm
though.
just gonna get cursed. Like I'll get hit by a car. I'll break a leg. That's what Brandon. He's start cursing names. He's like, you know what? I'm really tired of this Michael name. I'm just gonna curse some Michaels. Out
Arnold
there.
wants to see more injuries. All right, here we go. Bam.
All right.
Rams took them.
Yep.
Easy pick.
That was easy. Yep. I picked the Bengals too because the Steelers, their defense is banged up, and God, I don't trust Mason Rudolph more than Mitch Trubisky, and I don't trust either of them. So that's it.
Got Bills over Chargers, right?
Nah, it's all good. It's all good. Time after time, baby. Yep, got Bills all over Chargers. I see. I told this to Perna. I was really excited because I'm annoyed that it's a Peacock exclusive game for Bills Chargers because I just don't like keeping fans away from the product. But the fact that the fourth quarter is gonna have no commercials, I was like, man, maybe I could be done by like 11 p.m. on a Saturday. That would be amazing. Like I have things I need to do. So I am hoping the Bills just smoke them. Cook just runs all over them. Have a nice day.
Smoke them if you got them. I am a fan of keeping fans away from the product if the product is the Atlanta Falcons, which is why I'm going with
That's
the
fair.
Colts.
But you're trying to save them. You're trying to shield them.
Yeah.
Hey, Uncle.
I feel bad for Falcons fans, man.
Because you know what the frustrating thing is? They have guys on that squad.
Yeah.
They're like, you should be better. and they are not.
They're like a rich person watching all of their investments just tank. Like, oh my God, the curse wheel.
I love it.
Oh, dude, it did. It got the Cowboys.
I heard it got the Cowboys. Dude, if they lose to the Dolphins, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Watch. It won't. The one time I was going to be free. Yeah, I did pick the Colts to win, though. The Falcons, I just don't have faith in them right now.
Yeah, sorry, Hotlanta.
Seahawks are on a streak right now. I'm rolling with Seattle.
Yeah, this one was tricky because you never walk all over the Titans, but I like the momentum, and I think Geno should be back, so we'll see.
Oh, if they win the NFC North. You finally get to hang the banner.
Yeah.
I have them winning, though. I do have the
Yeah,
Lions
the Nick
winning.
Mullins experience is it is a roller coaster, so
Yeah, I don't think so.
strap in.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I get you.
This is like if Jacoby Brissett starts, Washington all the way.
I picked the Jets, but yeah, this one was really tough. It's just because the Commanders, man, like, I think they are the type of team that will struggle against that defense. But good God, you couldn't pay me to stream this game. Now, if this was a few years ago and a little Wildflower Springsteen, then absolutely. But this year, God, I have no interest in this game. Yeah. This is just going to be two teams. It's going to get ugly.
Who is playing? Because is it going to be Jacoby or Howell?
Oh, I don't know yet. I don't know. I thought Howell was. Let's see. They just said 25 minutes ago they need to make a decision soon.
God dang it!
That's where they are. It is a matchup of two teams, Johnny Barks. It is a matchup.
Yeah.
Exactly.
See, I only want this if Jacoby's starting. So, and I will not remember to come back and change it. So I'll leave it.
All right, I got the Packers. Okay. Yeah, I got the Packers.
I don't know if you saw this in the description, but I said if Jordan Love loses to the Panthers, then what did I say?
I don't know if you saw this in the description. I don't know if you saw it.
Oh, Jordan Love has to go play in the USFXL.
Damn it. Oh my God. Packers should win. They should.
Yeah, if Green Bay loses this game,
then I'm like, burn it. I have the Browns winning
Bryce Young
too.
Looks good against Joe Barry. I hope Bryce Young gets the Joe Barry bump.
Is he going to get the NFC Player of the Week? Because
God,
we created the last two. We did Tommy DeVito and then Baker Mayfield.
Let's do it. Get the Barry bump, Bryce Young. Every quarterback needs it.
I will be sitting there refreshing and being like, why isn't Joe Barry fired? Like right now, like gone. Because at that point, then we're not making the postseason. And now it's just like, nope, full salt. Yeah. Full salt. I have the Browns winning as well. Just because CJ Stroud is not playing too.
Yeah, so. This is one of those things where I was writing out the Texans and power rankings. I'm like, they're going to get CJ Stroud back this week, blah, blah, blah. And then I read CJ Stroud out again. I'm like, damn it.
Yep. Yeah. Browns. I mean, again, I think the Texans are going to put up a good fight, but the Browns, they'll win.
They're a solid team, well-coached team, but without CJ, sorry, Case. I mean, this game is so fun for me. Flacco versus Keenum. I'm going to be all over it.
Florida, man. I picked the Buccaneers as well. Buccaneers are looking good. Trevor Lawrence, that's getting banged up. I'm just saying.
The Buccaneers may be riding the pirate ship, Tom, but the Jags are the one sitting on a sinking ship.
Samuel, it completely depends on which Packers defense shows up. They be the one that sacks Patrick Mahomes or doesn't sack Tommy DeVito. So,
hey, Tommy DeVito's better than Mahomes. That's why.
I picked the Bears as well. Yep. I'm hoping.
If Tommy DeVito had Patrick Mahomes receivers, unstoppable.
Okay.
Like, we give the Chiefs so much crap for not having receivers, but, then you go to the Giants, you're like, ooh.
That is true. This is the first time in almost 400 days that I picked the Bears to win a game.
Wow.
And to be honest, I haven't been wrong much.
Yeah, that's fair.
I have not been wrong much. So, that's pretty good. Oh, yeah.
I like the Bears there. I'm riding with the Dolphins. I'm riding with the curse wheel. I think it's back. could not take down the Lions. Fine,
Mhm.
fine. Some people pointed out, they're saying I put the Lions at 7 because the curse wheel is going to the number 7 too much. Not true, but we do have a problem with the curse wheel going to 7 too much. I spun it about 20 times yesterday, and it lands on 7 or 8, probably 95% of the time.
So then there's something wrong with the curse wheel, Brad.
Well, it's being held up by duct tape. So I think the balance is off. I think I'm going to have to lay it flat for the next spin, guys. There is a problem.
It's just going to 7 and 8.
But let's be honest, it's been working. So
I picked the Dolphins to also win. I did too. I just think, again, hot streak. If Tyreek is back, Dallas could definitely win. It's just, are we going to see Mostert and Achane run all over the Cowboys? Like, are we going to see what the Bills were able to do? Like, are the Dolphins going to try and follow suit?
Yeah, and the Dolphins, I think the Cowboys are going to have a challenge against the Dolphins' defense. They're just a frustrating defense. Not the best in the league, but they're going to slow Dallas down, I think.
Why this game is Sunday Night Football, Brandon, I don't get it. Out of all the games, even in April, though, if you're sitting there in April and you're the schedule maker, you're like, you know what? Christmas Eve, everyone wants to see Patriots Broncos. Or is it because like the Christmas Sunday night game was Cardinals Buccaneers, which we knew wasn't going to be good either? Is it like nobody's going to be watching, just going to be spending time with their families? Yeah, no.
I honestly think the NFL wanted to see the Broncos get embarrassed on a holiday again. First and foremost.
That's fair.
They do not, the NFL hates Sean Payton, right? So, also, I think people thought the Patriots might be a competitive team this year. I certainly did. But I literally had this thought before the show started, too. I was like, man, the schedule really got this game wrong. Really. Yeah. And the Broncos they've gotten back up into, oh, yeah, they're an interesting team, but Patriots are just.
Are you streaming that game?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right, we'll talk. We'll talk. That's a great comment, Cursewell, though. Props. You get props for that one. Pick the Chiefs.
Yeah, that was an easy pick.
Imagine the Raiders score 63 again, though.
You know, but I think I'm kind of rooting for the Raiders here.
I think it'll be a pretty competitive game.
Yeah. Raiders
Eagles,
gonna go play.
Dude, the Eagles better smoke them. They better smoke the Giants. If they don't, I think they will. But if it being played in Philly, they should be fine. And we talk about teams like, I took them off the top 10 because I'm like, their record is great. Their record is fine. They're in the postseason. But dude, these 3 games have been rough. They have been a rough stretch right now.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I think the Denver defense might have a nice game against Zappy, but I don't blame anybody for not trusting any part of the Broncos for fantasy purposes.
Fair.
Okay,
yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, Eagles are going to win, I think. But like I listened to Jason Kelsey talk about the Eagles and their struggles, and he's like, "We've got the players, we've got the talent, the coaching's good. We're just not clicking." He's like, we're playing stupid football. And that's really what it's boiling down to. Like, he was very hard on himself for the false start thing. But that's what we've been seeing with, like, the Eagles, just making mistakes, playing dumb football. And they do have the talent, so I think the Eagles are a team that can bounce back. And this is the type of game you need to do it. There we go. See, Tom?
Yep.
I didn't lie. I took the Ravens.
I know.
I don't like the pick. I don't agree with this on an intelligent level. But in my heart, just think so.
Yeah, I picked the 49ers. I think, I hope it's a competitive game. It's the final Monday Night Football game of the regular season, which is like, that's exciting. And it feels like we're just going to get like, hey, 2 teams could potentially be a rematch, or I'm sorry, like the first game of what we're going to see as a potential Super Bowl. But I think this is going to be a fun one. I'm really, really looking forward to this game.
Yeah, I like for making sure the Chiefs don't get the 1 seed in the AFC. I want the Ravens to win. But like we talked about earlier, if the Niners lose, then I think people are a little more interested in the NFC playoffs. So,
correct. I agree.
But I don't think the Niners are going to lose.
We gonna see.
And in fact, but And flip side, if the Niners just like destroy the Ravens,
Oh,
God.
Then it's like just give them the 1 seed. Just we're done now. Like just put them on there, feed whatever team to them. Have a nice
Nobody
day.
destroys the Ravens though. You could beat them, but they're not going to get they're not
The
gonna
Ravens
get
will destroy themselves before they allow another team to do it.
Yeah.
But Perno, what do you got coming out today?
Nothing.
Nice.
I got that hitting video should be out tomorrow morning.
Cool. Awesome. Yeah. Packers path to the playoffs. I recorded that last night. I'll either come out today or tomorrow. We'll see.
Oh, nice.
And then Friday night Q&A. Then I'll be streaming 3 games on Sunday, 1 on Saturday, 1 on Christmas. We gonna rock, baby. Gonna rock.
Busy weekend.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We got one more Monday. Hey, Johnny Fish. Appreciate you, Johnny. We got one more Monday and one more Thursday. That's it. That's crazy. And it's Browns Jets for the final Thursday night football game.
Oh, this is the last week of Thursday night football?
Next week, yep. And then that's it. That's
Thank
it.
you.
Dude, I get my Thursday nights back. Dude, how excited I'm gonna make more content, but do you know how excited I am before I get hit by the train that's gonna be the postseason?
Yeah. There's been so many games where I'm like, I'm just going to have this on my phone while Jess and I watch something else. And then she just gets on her computer and then I'm just watching the entire second half of whatever Thursday night game like this. I'm like, why don't I just put it on the TV? No, just watch it on my phone.
Oh, are we here Monday? You just let me know. Just let me know.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so.
All right. Might be taking Monday for GPS off. Oh, that's
the first one we've taken off all year, though. Not a single one's even come into question.
Yeah, during the actual season, yeah, we haven't taken any off. We did in August just because I went to Green Bay and stuff, but
yeah, but like
that's it.
We consistent.
But folks, we appreciate the heck out of you. Wish you a very, very happy holidays, Merry Christmas, the whole kit and caboodle. Well, we'll see you though. We'll be seeing you. But folks, thank you so much for watching. I'm Tom Grossi. That's Brandon Perna, and this is GP. Yes. And you have been navigated. Like Santa.
You've reached your destination.
Santa? Is it Santa?
I'm going to go to your house through the chimney.
What'd you say, Santa?
Leave you